Good evening. It's 9:14 on October 11th, 2015. I want to talk about mucus. I want to talk about coughing. I came to the realization today that people don't usually cough. When I say people, I'm excluding myself. People don't cough unless they're like choking. Unless something is blocking their airway. I cough all the time. I'm sure as much time, let's say the time I spend breathing, maybe 40% of that, probably too much, 30, maybe a quarter, a third maybe. A third of the time I spend breathing is spent coughing. That's a lot. That's a lot. Excuse me. And when I cough, that wasn't for acting, that was a cough. And when I cough up this extremely sticky and thick mucus. And it's not like I'm gonna get not gross, but realistic. It's not like snot. It's not like runny and gooey like snot. It's thick, like peanut butter or syrup or honey. Peanut butter probably sometimes it feels like peanut butter, but probably around more like honey or syrup, like maple syrup. It's not like most people when they have. Some people cough, yeah, when they have like a chest infection or like bronchitis. I'd say the closest. That's terrible, but the closest thing to what I deal with, or I hear it a lot, when someone has bronchitis, then they really get a glimpse of what I deal with. And I don't have constant bronchitis. It's not like that, but I do always have an infection almost all the time in my lungs. And that's what I cough up, is just mucus caused from that infection, the byproduct of, my body trying to fight off this infection. And all the time. All day, every day. There's never a time when I don't cough. And when I don't cough in a day, that day is like, what's the word, memorialized, or I think that's the word, but it's revered, as that was a good day. I don't get those days very often. Very rarely will I have a day where I wake up and I'm not immediately coughing because of all the crap settling in my lungs during the night. See, that right there, what I said ow from, was a random pain in my lungs. Feels like someone's just jabbing something into my rib cage. So that's, if I ever do that, that's what's happening. But coughing is, and I was talking to Caitlin about it also. I said you don't ever cough. I said, you cough when you choke, or when water goes down the wrong pipe, and that's when people cough. Coughing's not a natural thing. Coughing is to clear your airways so you can breathe, and I'm looking forward to that day when I don't cough all the time. I've said this before. I said I would be perfectly fine with having cystic fibrosis, all the digestive tract issues, all the pancreatic issues, all the sinus issues, even the lung issues, if I just didn't have to cough all the time. Coughing is by far the worst part for me, I feel like, of CF. It's so hard, it's so taxing. I can feel perfectly fine, but if I have a coughing fit, I'm done. It takes 15 minutes for me to even 15 minutes after the coughing for my heart rate and my oxygen levels to get back to normal. It's almost just like running like a marathon or something, you know. It's just running a marathon in like 10 minutes. That's of course I've never ran a marathon, so I can't really compare, but just feel like you're doing whatever is exerting the most amount of power instantly, almost basically incapacitating you to where you really can't do anything. You just have to sit there and cough and cough and cough until your brain tells your you know, until your brain realizes that there's nothing blocking your airway anymore. Yeah, if I didn't have to cough, I would be fine, I think, with cystic fibrosis. But it's just not how it is. But I deal with it, like everything else. But I just want to let you guys know what coughing's like, and the difference between coughing for you and coughing for me. Coughing for me is hard, taxing, exhausting, and it's always for a purpose, you know, to clear mucus out of my airway that my lungs produce. But I bet you don't. You maybe cough once, twice a week, you know, or maybe if you're inhaling something that's not very good, you might cough. But a normal person does not hardly ever cough, right? It's just not what your body, a healthy body, does. A healthy body doesn't cough because it doesn't need to. So I doubt you could even make yourself cough as much as I do. I seriously doubt you could make yourself cough as hard as I do. I don't think your body would let you do it, because it'd be like, what the hell are you trying to do? But my body does it instinctually. So, yeah, I just want to let you know about coughing and mucus. And then the mucus part, it's like I said, it's like honey, you know, or molasses even. But yeah, just wanted to give you an insight on that. I'll film a coughing fit one of these days, and you'll see. That's why I was in the ER. I had a coughing fit. It blew a blood vessel somewhere in my esophagus or in my lung. That's why I was in the ER, because I started just coughing up so much blood that it was scary. But one of these days I'll film a coughing fit, and you'll really see what it's like. And it'll be uncut. It'll be completely just... It might be hard to watch. Not like I'm gonna like pop a blood vessel and start coughing up blood, but I mean, like, it might make you fatigued watching me cough. I've heard people say that before. You know, it's like, wow, watching you cough, it makes me want to take a nap or, you know, relax or sit down. It's like, yeah, well, it makes me want to, you know, do nothing. So that's coming up soon. It's kind of, I can't really plan that. It kind of just has to happen, and I have to remember, as I'm coughing, trying to fight for air, I have to remember to get my camera and turn it on. So that's why that's difficult to catch. So, but I'll work on it. But thanks for watching. Hope you got some information. Oh, my computer's turned off. I'm curious, how often do you cough? How often do you cough? How often, when you think about it, do you ever cough? Do you cough every day? Do you cough once, you know, every week? Or is it really just a matter of when you choke or when you inhale water? Let me know. I'll be interested to see. I cough every day, all day. So that's my question for you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And I'll catch you next time. Thanks.